Hello, beautiful people. So by request, today we are going to be going through Flowers, or Waltz of the Flowers, from New York City Ballet's Nutcracker. If you missed the snow deconstruction, I will post it in a card above. But many of you on that video wanted me to also take you through Flowers. So that is what we are going to be doing. Again, like snow, a couple things before we get into it. Dewdrop is Ashley Bouder. This is from the recording that was done for PBS quite a few years ago now, maybe a decade ago. But yeah, this is one of my favorite parts of Nutcracker. In addition to Snow, I think it's just absolutely genius. Unlike Snow, there is Dewdrop, the lead, and there are also two soloists that we refer to as demi-flowers. And I will say, of the core, Dewdrop and demis, in my opinion, the hardest and the puffiest and the most tiring and just like exhausting part of Flowers is demis. Demis, shout out to all the demi flowers. It is so difficult. They go off stage once. Core is very difficult. Dewdrop is very difficult. Dewdrop is 5 entrances. It's kind of like you come on, you do your thing, you're done. But demi flowers, having learned it, I never actually performed it, but I did learn demi flowers. It is so puffy. It is so tiring. The demis, of course, are in the lilac tutus. Please, anytime you see this piece, please notice and appreciate the demis because it is so puffy. It is so difficult. It's just like, it's like Grand Allegro for 6 minutes, basically. So, unlike Snow, not every woman has done Flowers. Many of them have, but like I said, some are just too short. I ended up doing Flowers my second Nutcracker, so I didn't do every show of Flowers. Like Snow, apprentices who are in Flowers must do every show. So some of those apprentices do both Snow and Flowers 48 times in a row. Just going to leave that there. So let's go through this. Ashley Bouder, I would say, is one of the most well-known Dewdrops. She has a very specific take on it that works so beautifully for her. She plays with the music so well, I'll show you. And what I've seen actually with Bouder is a lot of Dewdrops try and mimic her, which doesn't, in my opinion, really work. Ashley is Ashley, and Ashley Bouder is stunning, and Ashley Bouder is Ashley Bouder. When and if you do this part, don't try and be Ashley Bouder. You have to find your own take on it. It's when they try and mimic or try and, do her timing. Like, it works for her because that's her. Anytime you do a role, don't mimic. You have to find yourself within it. I do love her take on it. Many times she was opening night Dewdrop. She just sparkles. This is just such a beautiful role for her. So let's go. So this starts with the core. You are in the wing waiting for the note. There are 12 flowers. And 2 demis. Demis here are Rebecca Crone and Lauren King. Both were, Lauren was a soloist. Rebecca, I believe, was a principal. This is before she got principal. So at this point in time, I believe they were both soloists. So demis is a role that is done by soloists and core members. Dewdrops across the board, but soloists and core members do demi flowers. Once you get promoted to principal, no principals at the principal rank do demi flowers. Obviously, Becky did it as a soloist. See who else we can spot in here. Oh, there's 𝐂𝐸𝐴𝐿𝐸 again. Yes, and there's 𝐕𝐤𝐿𝐸 over there. See, it's like, where's Waldo? 𝐕𝐤𝐿𝐸. This is Ashley 𝐂𝐤𝐧𝐝. She was a soloist. Who else? We got Lydia Wellington, Claire Kreshmer. She was a soloist. See, I'm telling you. Everybody's in here somewhere. I think another thing about Flowers are all the patterns. He, like Snow, was going for floral patterns and moving and petals and, I will say also this costume, it is lined. It is lined, but Dewdrop is my favorite costume in the whole thing. I just love it. It's so, like wearing it too, you're just like, ugh. Okay. So here too, you can see the shape of a flower. That's, again, it starts and ends in a very similar pattern. Lots of balances. Another thing that, see, look how lifted she is. She's just so lifted. Ashley is like known for just like being able to hold balances. She's the Aurora. Note on Ashley Bouder. She can do anything. She's the Aurora that the last prince for the rose just doesn't go around. He just doesn't go around. She just stays and stays and stays and stays and stays. They don't have time for the last promenade because she can do it by herself. So she is a powerhouse, and just can like hold anything. What you don't see here on the stage are the markings. Every stage has markings. So for spacing. So we have what we call tape and dots. Tape ran this one way, dots ran the other way. And they're not so obvious because from the nosebleeds, you don't want it to look like a Picasso painting. But for Nutcracker especially, like lining it up, yes, it is spaced. And you have spacing rehearsals. And are you tape or are you dots? Or are you on here? Where are you? Everything is meticulously spaced. Hopefully the audience can't see it. Obviously on this recording, they removed a lot of it. But there are little like painted dots to keep everybody in line. And you'll notice here, like peripherally, like Ashley's looking at Lauren. Like peripherally, you'll be like making sure peripherally you're in line. They do that a lot in this, if you ever fully notice it. Ashley's so clean. Super clean. Everything is very clear. Like if I pause at any point, look, clear. Right? Here, clear. It's just like she finds these moments that if there is a photograph, there is your photograph. Third one. See? Up and down. Spotting front. See the spotting front? She's going sideways. This is something Balanchine companies. It is literally drilled into you. Watch. We're going to watch this in slow-mo. She's going to go sideways, but she is spotting front. She's looking at the audience. That way, you see her face the whole time. See, she is stepping sideways, and she's stepping sideways. So this is proof, dancers. When you're turning, where you're looking does not dictate where you're going to end up. What dictates where you end up is where you step. So she is stepping sideways with this right leg, which is why she goes sideways. She could be looking at Marie and the Prince back here. She could be looking at Lauren. She could be looking at whomever. But because this leg steps to the right, that gives you your direction in a turn. Where you step is where you're going, not where you're looking. Not where you're looking. See, the right leg is what makes this. And she lifts. Right leg side. See, directly side. Not downstage, not upstage, directly side. And then that inner thigh, you can just tell how lifted and pulled up she is on this. 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿, 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿, and arabesque. So see, okay, while Dewdrop goes off stage, here are the demis. The demis are the fill-ins. While Dewdrop rests, the demis are doing Grand Allegro for 6 minutes. Yep. And again, they try and put you with somebody that matches your height. Demis is really fun because again you're with somebody and it's fun to like share the stage with them and look at each other. But see, it's constant Grand Allegro. This whole thing is Grand Allegro for 6 minutes for the demis. Second and third. Stay. One and stay. See how she finds these moments to stay and then no matter what, she catches back up on the music. Ashley is so musical. She is so musical. And even if she holds, she catches back up. It's never like, oh, I'm going to hold my balance and then, oops, I'm late. Like she always catches back up. Notice her phrasing on this. She really plays. Ashley plays. And it looks like she's just out there having fun. Honestly, it's just like, it looks effortless for her. See, she catches back up each time, no matter what. She's always on it. 1, 2, ba, 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 ba. See, she finds moments for photographs. She is such a like Look, there's a picture, there's another picture, there's another picture. And especially in roles like this, it translates really well because the dewdrop, you know, it's sparkly. Look at the headpiece. It's like these little teeny sparkles. And so she's a master at playing with her timing. Fun fact on this section right here, see, there's another picture. Look at this. Relaxed, reached. Look, everybody's in line. Good job, y'all. Good job. Fun thing on this, you can do your arabesques whichever direction you prefer. So I actually went the other way because I like my left leg up in arabesque. I went the opposite way. So you'll see here, she goes développé or enveloppé, sorry, to fourth. Now, either you can step directly here and have your left leg to the back, or you can step across, which is what she's going to do to put her right leg back. You can do whatever leg you prefer. That happens a lot with principal roles. If it doesn't affect anyone else, oftentimes they'll let you choose either side, like turns especially. So watch. She's going to step across to do her right leg up, where some of us just stayed and did our left leg. You can do either side. See there again, she held it, she catches back up, and then here, no matter what version you did, you do have to go downstage left on these turns. What I find interesting about that turning section is it's on the crossed line. Usually, notice she is turning to the right, but her back is to the audience, so actually she is moving to her left. So instead of doing what you would normally do, I've always found this interesting on this section where she would go back this way like she did in the first entrance. So she's the open line to the audience. She's actually going stage left even though she's turning to the right. That's why this looks interesting if you've never noticed. So we'll go in slow-mo. So here she steps to the right. See how her back is to the audience? And she's actually on the crossed line. It's really hard to keep this turned out because you're on this diagonal. It's very interesting. There, third one, and then 𝐕𝐴𝐴. And see here too, she's on the cross line. It's not an open arabesque like you would do 𝐕𝐴𝐴 and just releve first arabesque. She releves third arabesque. Meanwhile, demis are still doing grand allegro. This is super difficult, this section, because it's ballet, chassé, two saut de basques, and you don't want to hit anybody. It's very difficult. See, demis are still going. These skirts are so fun. They really are. They don't weigh that much. The Spanish costumes weigh a ton. These don't actually weigh that much. It's like this crinkled kind of chiffon-y stuff. Okay, this is the other very, very hard section. Do you remember how when we were doing snow, there was the poor pivot girls that had to like book it around the corner? Well, here's your pivot girl. This is going to be a 𝐵𝑜𝑟𝑒, which is almost harder. Watch these poor end girls. They have to like, we'll come back to the demis, but look, they have to like book it all the way around. Who is that? Shoshana. She is like booking it around to this big you like hobble. I remember being one of those girls at some point. I think I was a fill-in because I was very short, so I would have been on the shorter side. I don't think I would have been those back girls. But I remember having to fill in for somebody and just being like, oh my goodness. Like, it's like hobble, hobble, hobble. It's very difficult because, again, the pattern, it like feeds in. It goes from a circle feeding in to 3 lines. But I want to go back and look at the demis. So they're going to do more tour jetés. Balance, step, tour jeté. Grand allegro, 6 minutes. Like nothing gets you in shape like demi flowers. Seriously. Tour jeté, and then find your line and around. See Becky there too. This is so hard for this particular girl. She has to run around this way and then back this way. So watch in slow-mo. She goes this way. She's going to turn around. She has to completely turn around, find her line, and then 𝐵𝑜𝑟𝑒 to fourth. It's a lot. It's a lot. These poor demis, it's like, they're so underappreciated. They're so underappreciated. Please appreciate the demi soloists. All right, let's go back and watch this whole pattern. So we're in our V. So they go around. Demis are still doing run allegro. These girls are trying to make it, which they do, of course. The two demis find their line. Becky has to run around, and then everybody bourrées to fourth. Another canon. First girls, second girls, third girls, fourth girls. Everybody goes down. See, again, it's not like, it's literally just one line doing it one count ahead. And yet it looks stunning. Watch one more time. Look at the flower opening. The flower opening. First, second, third. See, it just, like the whole pattern, it's just beautiful. Here's a canon 2. Demis, first line, second line, third line. This is the famous entrance. 2, 3, 4. See, Ashley has hang time. She has hang time. Backing up. Beautiful. So this is pas de bourrée, fouette, attitude, fouette. 1, 2. Now there's a choice here. Let's see which version she does. Ah, she does the double attitude. Yeah, Tyler Peck does that too, I believe. So there's an option here. Depending on how you're doing, it's either fouette and fouette and fouette and double normal in passe or double in attitude. I remember trying the attitude once and it did not go well, so I opted out of it after that, but that is a choice. See, there's a single. And she does double attitude right here. That could also be a double fouette. So, te, pas de bourrée, and goodbye. Everybody's still on. We're still balancing. This is tricky, weirdly, because you have to get hands, change hands really fast. Another thing that's very difficult, I want you to appreciate, on these emboîtés, as the demis, again, the core are all on the same leg, so it's less likely to hit each other. Notice when the demis do the emboîtés, do you see how they both have their outside leg up? That's trickier than everybody having their right leg or everybody having their left leg. The demis are opposite. I believe actually these girls in the back are opposite too. See how they're opposite legs? See here too, it's her left leg, her right leg. And then they spread apart. This is the demis' only break. Oh, no, just kidding. That's not their break yet. They haven't left yet. They get one break. Fourth entrance. Gabrielle, up. Do you see how she like holds and balance? And it's not hold, I'm gonna be late. She literally makes her balance faster to catch back up. That is literally called playing with your musicality. I love that. She does that in so many different things. 2, Gabrielle, stay, yatata, da-da-da. See how her first balance was yatata, second one was 1, 2, 3. Notice one more time. We're going to watch in slow motion. This is how you catch back up. So she does balance, balance. Cabriole, pique arabesque. She holds it so long, she goes 3 fast feet and then normal tempo. Watch in real time. She just plays. She plays. I love it. 2. Yatata. Da, 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 da. Here too. Ba, 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 ba. Nobody crosses these like she does. Look how tight her fifths are. Fifth, 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 fifth. She's like picture perfect every time. Watch in real time. 𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐵. Fifth, 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 fifth. See, again, she's just playing. And because she's so strong technically, she can. Ashley has the core muscles of a rock. And because of how strong her core is, sorry, this is a really unflattering position. There we go. Because of how strong her center is, she is able to free herself up. So the key to freedom on stage is having a solid core and solid alignment. So then she has the ability to then let everything else go. It's not that she's like super stiff and rigid. You see her upper body, it's very soft. She's playing, but her core is supporting her so much. Love that too. I love this. This is my favorite part. This was my favorite part. The other thing I want you to appreciate that you're taught as a dewdrop is how to travel this section. So watch where she lands. So here, saute. Look at the reach in this leg. Do you see this? She doesn't step here. She reaches there, and then this leg's going to reach even further to, do you see how it's still going, it's still going, it's still going, it's still going? And then saute, and then she does the other side. And saute, so the right leg is good. See, look at this, how far she is stepping in front of herself. Yeah. Here, and then this left, look at that. Look at that energy in that foot, and then how much it reaches to the floor. Look, it's still straight, it's still straight, it's still straight to the floor. Bam! Like she doesn't give into it a centimeter. This is cool. You wait for the flowers, and then you run. This is the demis only break. The demis go off stage and are like, the corps does their little balance. Again, flower into the circle, balance away. A lot of balance devant in this piece. Front and front, 𝐵𝐫𝐚𝐜, tendu, and front and front. Find your new formation and one. A lot of sautes. Again, this whole thing is just, it's nothing small. Everything is big and bendy, and it takes a lot of energy. I love this too. Again, another canon. Saute 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐵 𝐵𝐷, that's all it is. That's literally all it is, and it's a canon. Watch. They just do a 1 count later. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. That's all it is. Saute 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐵 𝐵𝐷, and it looks so cool. Then different directions, same exact step. This is fun as dewdrop too. This is your last entrance. Running through the girls. It's super fun. Nice timing, ladies. That was good. Okay, something else I want you to notice about the corps that I always found interesting, especially doing flowers. They're going to do arabesque, chassé, tour jeté in opposite directions. So everybody goes opposite. So there's your picture. That's a very famous photo, by the way. Ooh, somebody's got their leg really high. Okay, that's maybe a bit too high, but that's okay. Chassé, tour jeté, everybody does it. And then everybody's going to go to the right, corps-wise. So these girls are going to go back the same direction, and these girls are going to switch direction because then everybody goes to the right. See that? I always found that interesting. Like, why wouldn't they stay opposite? I don't know. They just do. They switch direction. Tour jeté. Right here is dewdrop. You're so tired. See there too. Watch how she does this. It's the reach. It's the reach on her landings. Because Bouder is short. Bouder is not tall. And she can travel like nobody's business. She would take men's class at SAB and out jump all of them. Like the girl is like incredible. So she does her tour jeté. Now, slow motion. Saute, the reach, reach in this leg. Reach, look at this. Bam. You could like cut wood with this. Like that. Look at this. Bam. Energy, energy. And then it reaches to the floor. She doesn't drop early. She stays lifted. And then so shows both legs up. Thank you very much. Both legs to there. And then there's still a reach and a reach. And she does the other side. Saute. Reach. Bam. Look at this. Yes, look at that foot. Yes. And then to the floor. Look, she stays lifted. You don't see her landing here, which we've talked about before. She stays lifted. She doesn't even drop her head. She doesn't go and down. She literally keeps her chin lifted. Look. Yum. And 2. And chin stays up and down. Both legs. Look at that. Both sides. To there. Look. Energy. Boom, boom. Then she goes on. 3rd time. Yes. See, playing with timing, but she always catches back up. How far she 𝐸𝐸𝑠𝑒𝑒𝑠ons. This is the other thing. By this point, as Dewdrop, you're just like, all right, I'm out. And she has the ability to do this 𝐸𝐸𝑠𝑒𝑠ons de pointe so far out. Look where she plies, and then look how far her foot's going to go. Bam. Yeah. Again, in real time, you can't appreciate that. But it's so good. Up, that one you want to stay on center. Yep. That one was a deliberate choice for her to stay on center. So if you notice on the 4, she goes out on the first 3 and pulls back on the last one to stay on center. Out, see, out, and up. Shoot the leg out. Out, yep, and up. Last one, shoot the leg out, and up. And now she wants to get to center, so she does that one underneath herself to 𝐸𝐸𝑠𝑒. Yep. She's so intentional with every single step. Bum, 4th, yep, beautiful. Sorry, there's other stuff on the screen. Nice. And then there's our flower. Again. Yep, everybody's out, demis are in the back. See, even the demis are in the back at the end. Like, guys, demi flowers is so hard. It is so hard. Oh, man. So yeah, that's flowers. And of course, as sugar, this music starts to make you nervous. Every time I hear it, if you've done Sugar Plum, you're just like, I'm next. I'm next. It's like Garland Waltz in Sleeping Beauty. I'm next. There it is. There's always a waltz. There's always a waltz before something big. But yeah, that is flowers, 6 minutes. Snow is 6 minutes. Flowers about 6.5. So yeah, it's just absolutely genius. If you want to go watch the whole thing without me talking, I'll link the video below. But yeah, there's your flowers commentary. I mean, I feel like all of them in general don't get enough credit. The core, the demis. It is a pivotal part of Nutcracker. It's so beautiful. It's also one of those things you can't, if you're missing a flower, it's so obvious. Like if somebody goes down, somebody has to get plugged into that other spot. That happened to me one show. They were like, it's your spot, but the other side, and figure it out. So every single dancer in that piece is so vital for the shapes, the patterns, the timing. I feel like being in the core of that is so underappreciated. And the demis too. So I hope that gave you a little bit more insight. If there are any other Nutcracker roles you want me to look at, because we are in that time of year, let me know in the box below. Love you guys so much. If you miss Snow, I'll link it right there, and I'll see you next time.